welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Tzvi, joined here with my brother Yitz. I forgot that the camera's up there.
We just fasted 25 hours, and it's not to lose weight.
Could you explain what the hell that means?
Sorry. I thought everyone was Jewish. Anyways, basically, it's Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the year, and you basically fast from sundown, the day before, all the way through nightfall. So it's basically 25 hours. I was low-key very hungry.
It is 25 hours. It's not basically...
It could be 26.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, if you drag it on extra long like we always do at Synagogue.
Oh, my God, every time.
Every single time. But 25-hour fast, it's like Ramadan, but we don't... It's not for 30 days, and we don't eat at night.
So it's not.
It's not at all like Ramadan, but, it's the Day of Judgment, lots of atoning for sins, which we pretty much just did. I'd say I'm perfectly pure now.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Perfectly pure, perfectly clean. Lots of prayer services, a lot of praying.
Not from him, though. I was, honestly, the whole time, we basically sit together in the front of the synagogue, and it's a terrible spot because literally Tzvi the whole time is just, cracking jokes. We basically used to pray at an old synagogue with her grandfather, and it was basically, a very small synagogue, and there was, characters, man. There was characters made noises, and they were, great guys, but it's just you're a kid, and we just couldn't get away from it. And then, so now we're at this new synagogue, because the old one shut down because of COVID, because a bunch of old people, and now we all moved to this bigger synagogue, and the whole time, every time they say prayer, see just, imitating all the old characters, and me and our father are just losing it.
Because listen, you have to do it because it's a very long service.
It's a holy day.
It's a holy day, but it's a very long service, and something has to be done in order to make us survive that. Because it's. I love God. God, I love you. No, I do a lot.
The problem is that for Chabad, that we're very much, we believe that God loves us more than God hates us, I guess.
Nice.
Is the way to put it.
Yeah.
There's other sects of Judaism where God is, I guess
punishing,
and you got to be good, or bad things are gonna happen. So you go to those synagogues, man, they're crying. But you come to us, we're singing and dancing because we believe God's gonna do good for us, which is true. But sometimes I guess it's our kryptonite. It gets in the way, and next thing you know, cracking jokes. Every time we go, we basically do this long bow. We bow all the way to the floor. You only do it on Yom Kippur, which is because it's the holiest day of the year. Every time.
Well, you do it Rosh Hashanah too.
Oh, yeah, we do. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. You think you're a rabbi or something? Yeah.
Every time, you'd finish first, and you'd put your hand on my back and just push
yourself
yourself
when
up.
we stand back up, I used Yitz as leverage in order to stand back, and then he did it right after.
It's like you're old.
It's like I am old, and you know what?
I did it once, though. I got you once.
Yeah, you did get me once, and then I got him back right after. But listen, I wanted to go back home to spend time with our family for Yom Kippur specifically because I like that I do that. It makes it... Yom Kippur's boring, it's so holy and judging, and, you don't want to, usually you don't go home for Yom Kippur because you're just fasting and praying, but I knew that it'd be so much more entertaining.
Entertaining, yeah, that's good, yeah.
And, very
inspirational,
pure
yeah.
And spiritual, yes, if we did it back at home, so I flew from Miami back to Ohio, last Thursday, which, by the way, was apparently a hurricane or something. Hurricane Milton?
Yeah.
Is that what it was called? Everything was shut down. All the kids were, home from school making noise because, I work from home, and I'm like, why do I hear kids? Because I'm in an apartment complex.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, why are there kids? Get out of the kids! It's really annoying. They shut down everything. And I woke up, when they said the prime of the hurricane was... and it was completely clear skies. I went to the airport, and it was completely empty, which was great, because they said there's going to be a hurricane. I went on the flight. The airplane was, 3/4 empty, and the weather, while flying, was actually better than it usually was. There was less turbulence than we usually got. So, basically, I guess the Jews that were controlling the weather didn't do as good of a time, or maybe they knew that I was flying. And they wanted to do,
right.
I'm saying they wanted to have, they felt bad for me, maybe. Or, they knew that, their brother was on the plane, and they wanted, to protect...
I'm glad you survived.
To protect me. And I survived, and I landed here, and spent a lot of time with our family, and I'm going to be here for a little bit, which is great, because I love family, I love Yitz a lot, and, that's going to be, it's going to be a great thing. And next week, or this week, is the holiday of Sukkot, right? The holiday of Sukkot, which is,
It's Jewish
go
month.
tell them. Tell them what Sukkot is.
First of all, it's Jewish month.
Month.
We already mentioned
all
it.
the holidays, all the teachers that would get hired at our school that weren't Jewish, they'd work at our school because they get a month off.
It's actually very smart.
It's very, very smart. I wonder if they get paid the same, though.
Okay, I don't want to get into the details.
Yeah, I want to get. Yeah, of course I asked.
Sukkot is a remembrance. It's one of the high holiday. Yeah, it's one of the three main. So we have high holidays.
One of the holidays we get high during.
We have high holidays, and then we have like main holidays.
Yeah.
So this is one of the three main holidays, and basically celebrating the fact that when we were in the desert, when we were in the desert for 40 years, God protected us. So we basically build huts in our backyard to show that we live in a temporary dwelling, and that we trust God is going to protect us even in our temporary shelter, like in the desert.
Yep. We get it. It was a God thing with... Wait, what? It was a thing with God, right?
Yeah.
And it was great. And Jews lived?
Yeah.
Because the holiday is Jews living.
Technically.
Was it? It was a guess.
No,
am I right?
But it's not like anything happened. It's just we were traveling in the desert. But technically, every year a lot of Jews died in the desert because they sinned. And therefore they died because the Jews were supposed to go directly into the land, but then they saw giants and they got scared. I'm giving you a little history lesson.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Biblical lesson.
Hell yeah.
And they got scared and they came back and said, I don't know if God could help us from the giants. And then God said, well, then I guess your generation is not going to live to see the land. And
very just.
Exactly. That's why they cry.
That's why they cry.
Because God could be scary. Mm-hmm. But we're like, la-di-da-di-da, let's just make jokes the whole time for 25 hours
Not
straight.
funny at all. Isn't that serious holiday?
You actually were no. Actually, first of all, so I show up in the morning. I show up a little late, okay? Because, like we said, it's a long day.
Very long day.
And some people love, like, I'm going to show up 9 a.m. right on time. It's like, good for you, man. Good
but you got 7 hours of this you're about to deal with.
Yeah, so. You're not eating, and you're praying all day. You have, like, an hour and a half break, which they cut short because they decided that we need to go early for some reason because we want to dance longer. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, that was weird. Uh-huh.
So I show up bright and early at 11, and then you roll in at like 12. You missed like half of it, and then I give
half. No, okay, I got there before they started reading from the Torah. Okay, yeah,
that's half.
That's not half. Musaf, which is the second part of the prayer service, is like 3 hours.
Fine.
And I was there for the whole thing.
I give you such crap, and you're
There's
like,
no point.
I give you such crap, and you're like, when do you show up?
Exactly.
I'm like 11.
I just got here. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. But
and then you continue to yap for 5 hours.
You stop pretending you're all humble and holy. You were so happy that I was there. I'm right. It would have been so boring. I mean,
holy,
not boring, holy. But I made it. If anything, I made the prayer better for you because without. And by the way, I prayed too, but it's just without that chemistry.
There's a lot of sitting and listening.
A lot of sitting and listening.
A lot of it.
And without us being there together, make each other energized and happy. Our prayers wouldn't have been nearly as good. And I essentially made it better for everyone, although people were probably staring at us, but I don't care.
Nah, people don't necessarily care. They're over it. They know, like, everyone just want to get...
They know that our family watches in and yaps in the corner of the room, and they're all just low-key jealous that they don't have the chemistry.
You know why? Because every once in a while... someone will come over and start yapping with us and be like, you really wanted to, like, hang out the whole time.
Who do you think you are, buddy? This is a select thing.
There's all these small things in synagogue that, like people get triggered over, and one of the main things is that you have to open the Ark, which has the Torah scrolls inside of it, like 100 times. Open, close. By the way, sorry, I got distracted, but this Yom Kippur was on Shabbos, which means you missed a lot of prayers, and it was great. Cut down the time by a lot. Anyways, getting distracted.
Still ended late, though.
Still in the late.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a sec. So you have to open and close it. So basically they go around to every person that gets a chance, and you're kind of sitting there. The courtesy is the guy who comes over to tell you to open it, you can't look at him directly in the eyes. Right? You have to pretend like you're not paying attention.
Yeah, you gotta pretend that you're deep in prayer.
Yeah, you have to be like, and then you're like, oh, I didn't see you there. Like every time. You have to be like, oh, I didn't realize that you were walking right over to me. I wasn't expecting it. And you're like, kind of like, yeah, you gotta do it finally, but kind of like, oh, I actually have to get up and do it, and then stand in front of the whole synagogue and just stand there while they do the songs, and you're kind of like...
And my suit pants weren't matching my suit.
They were not matching.
They were not matching.
And
socks and slides.
And you couldn't figure out which rope to pull. So that was
no, okay, listen, no, because there's always a fear.
See, there's always the small things that all the Jews are watching, like, you messed up.
No, because listen, every ark is different to open. Some are like sliding, some are strings, some have strings on one side but not the other.
That's
so
right.
I go over to pull the string, I pull the outer, there's 2 strings, I pull the outer string, I'm like, this will open it. No, that's the one that closes it. And it was probably a total of 1.5 seconds of pulling, but I instantly hear this guy in the corner. He's waiting and watching for me to screw it up. He's like, I hope Tzvi screws it up.
Oh yeah.
And I hear a I hear from the corner. It's just him. No one else cares. And then after 2 seconds, I pulled it and it opened. And it was a beautiful thing.
Gotcha.
Very, very beautiful thing.
And then so basically, like I mentioned before, they basically made us come back early because they love singing a lot, and they said, no, I don't want you to rest. We're just going to sing more because you can, not sing as much and still sing a lot, and we still feel, all the happiness and holiness, and then we could go home.
Yeah.
But they said, no. We're going to make sure we repeat every song twice. Because we have to, because that is our tradition.
Yeah.
We're going to do it twice, and I don't care if you're tired, and I don't care if you're fasting, because I'm actually going to stay here all day, and I'm holier than you. So therefore, they don't care. But anyway, so we came early. And then we ended up finishing early because we came early.
Yeah.
They mistimed it. So we're just sitting around. Yeah. So all right, let's just sing. We sing a song towards the end, which is beautiful. Let's sing it for 15 minutes.
No, but we had to, sort of. Didn't we? Basically.
No, you have to.
Basically, at the end of the entire services, which pretty much it ends at nighttime, essentially, you blow the shofar.
Which, by the way, this year, the guy, false start.
No, but you gotta explain. You blow the shofar right at the end of prayer services. However, this year it was on Shabbos. Well, whatever. It's the same thing. And you're not allowed to blow the shofar on Shabbos because it's like an instrument and you can't play instrument. That's my guess. But
yes.
Point is, it's right. So we finished 10 minutes early, but it was still the holiday. So you're not allowed to blow the shofar. So we got 10 minutes right now of just nothing.
And by the way, 10 minutes more of napping it would be so much better than 10 minutes of just standing around. Because you only can sing a song when you're fasting and exhausted for 2-3 minutes, max. But now it's at least 10 to 15. And the guy started blowing early, and everyone had to shush him. Yeah. False start.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was chilling. I didn't even realize I was fasting. I'm so used to fasting at this point. That's... like I'm saying, because Jewish holidays.
We fasted
a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have this one right after. I literally...
A lot of things in Judaism.
After you go through the nighttime and you wake up, I didn't even...
Nah, that's the morning's the worst, but once you get to the afternoon, but I
literally forgot because I was entertaining everyone. But I'm saying, you don't... That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, but we danced for 15 minutes, and then we actually ended exactly on time. But then, because we're super holy, we say Psalms, which is Tehillim. We say 10 paragraphs because we got to end off with a bang.
Yeah.
So then that drags on.
Yeah.
So that drags on for 5-10 minutes, and then we do another prayer, the actual after prayer, after all the prayers, and then they even want, and then there's another prayer, which is blessing the new moon. It's a prayer we do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then we're just gonna.
And then, after all this, we have to, actually hope that all this stuff, really exists. You know? After, you know what I'm saying? After all this. So, but, we low-key believe all of it. And I'm saying we do.
It was great. We're very inspired. God's going to give us a good year.
He's going to give us a great year.
Great year.
And what's difficult about doing intense prayer... this is what I was debating about saying. What's difficult about intense prayer after a very long... The thing is, you eat a lot of meals, right, before your fast, and then you're told to pray for a bunch of hours. And essentially, what I'm getting, you know what I'm getting at here?
No, not really.
What I'm getting at here is, I was low key farting it up.
Yo, no, I was not actually.
Did you notice?
No, I did not.
No, because I was thinking about it. Because listen, they tell you eat all the meal that you can for the next 25 hours. Then you're supposed to go to synagogue, and it's the day of judgment, holiest day of the year, and it's I gotta fart, but
oh my god.
No, but
I get it. It's just funny that you're still on this.
No, but I was is this a lot? Is this? I don't know. It's the day of judgment. but I need to fart, and like, oh, just leave the synagogue. It was every like 2 minutes. Like, what am I supposed to do? And and you didn't notice?
No,
I really thought you would. It was pretty bad.
If it was bad, I would have.
It was bad.
Called you out.
I think our father noticed. Yeah, he was,
It must have been the breeze.
I think the ventilation, it was going the other way probably, and you were in the corner.
Yes, it
so
was.
You got lucky. Yeah, it was probably going the other way.
Ugh, we were in the corner where like people like.
The person opening the ark probably got a whiff of it too. That sucks.
We were in the study corner where like people like to get books. So like occasionally throughout, and you know like.
Why are they getting books during the services? By the way, are we not praying to God? Also, they probably walked straight into my farts. No, I'm saying they probably did.
Anyways, this week I totally lost a train of thought. We're talking about Sukkot.
Yeah.
We were wandering the desert. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Yap.
Yap.
Anyways, we built huts.
Nice. That's great.
No, the most I was gonna say it's one of the main 3 holidays, and it's actually, in my opinion, one of the most annoying ones because we only can eat in those huts. So if you can't drink or eat outside. So if you're like out, just like going shopping, can't eat or drink. You gotta find a hut. So
no. Chabad doesn't drink specifically, but everyone else does pretty much. Yeah.
We're holy, like we said.
Because we're holy, or something. BS like that. Yeah. No, we are.
So it's looking very annoying, but it's looking very beautiful. But you just pretty much gotta stay home, or you gotta go to a place you know has one, or else you're gonna be thirsty as hell. And every year we'd go to the zoo, and every year I'd be freaking dying every time.
Yeah. No, but you could bring like the pop-up sukkahs.
Yeah. We only did that recently.
Yeah, for those who don't know, like they made like Insta sukkahs that you just like throw and it literally it's like a genie coming out of a lamp. It's really cool thingy, and we'd bring it around and we'd use those, and they're pretty epic. But yeah, I guess it's hard to bring it to the zoo, and it'd probably ruin the experience of like seeing Harambe's yeah, because that's the zoo.
I will say, I don't know if you noticed, but I got a couch in my sukkah.
Yeah, so a week ago, Yitz posted this picture on our family chat, and he's like, we got a couch in our sukkah, and I'm like, great. And he's been telling me about it over and over.
It was really
excited.
We got a good deal, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we have we built this huge sukkah, and it has a couch in it, and I'm very excited. It's this weird thing that Jews do. Sorry.
No, it's what you do.
No.
It's a weird thing that you do.
Is that we have like a few holidays throughout the year, and then we totally cater our lives for these holidays. So we'll like buy like furniture for these holidays, spend a lot of money on the holidays, but you only use it like 1 week out of the year.
It's like, guys, sorry, we spent all the money on the couch, so we don't have dinner tonight. Yeah. But we got a couch at least.
No, it's kind of like attached to my house. There's this wooden beam, which the only purpose is for the sukkah to help attach it to the house. But we leave it up the whole year because I'm too lazy.
Yes.
So it's just like it's like so classic. Like Jews will build like full on porches, and the whole reason is that once a week it will be a little bit less hard to put up the sukkah. Mm-hmm. Classic Jew.
Classic Jews. Right. So that holiday is coming up in a few days, and then after that, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get a podcast out in between that, is going to be Simchat Torah, which is the celebration of the Torah. And I'm gonna be in Crown Heights during then. So if you're in Crown Heights, literally, I don't know, you might see me. It's gonna be really cool.
Is there get a suit?
Huh?
You get a suit?
I might get a suit. A guy mentioned in the comments, in one of our comments, that he could help me get a suit. So we'll see where that goes. But I also need a new hat. I need freaking new everything. Our laptop is like. By the way, we didn't even mention any of this, by the way, because there's a bunch of new people that are probably watching this, and we didn't want to confuse them if they didn't watch the old episodes. But I don't know if they noticed, but I'm actually home right now.
Welcome home.
And I'm actually in the old setup. We decided
back in the basement.
We're back where we started, humble beginnings, and we decided that we wanted to do this whole thing again, but we don't have my amazing camera. We have Yitz's stupid freaking webcam, which by the way actually looks pretty good. The frames suck, but this is the webcam that Yitz uses in our in the online episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But it looks much better right now. I look so white right now, which is great. I'm very white, and we love that. I'm saying
speaking about white people, by the way.
Oh, great.
You know Christopher Columbus?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
He might be Jewish.
He might. I've heard that before.
No. They just did a study, and it just came out that he might be Jewish, which I don't know if it's good or bad.
It might be bad.
It might be bad.
It might be bad. Did he own slaves?
I don't know the history. All I knew is we always called it Columbus Day, and then a few years ago they changed it. It was just confusing.
Okay.
But anyways,
how is he might be Jewish? Where's the connection?
they did some DNA studies on his body.
Where's his body?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I saw it on the news. I saw it on an
up.
article. It was actually in a book.
I saw it on Reddit.
I saw a fiction book that I read.
A fiction book?
Yeah, apparently I saw a whole fiction book about how his stamp was really in Hebrew, and he was a Jew who's being persecuted, and something. And now it might be true.
Yeah. So really, America is a Jewish nation.
Oh my God, no.
Huh? No, I'm saying
like don't people get mad?
Huh? No, I'm saying like if he found the country, then I mean Jew found the country. I mean, just mean the country.
He didn't really found America though. He found he didn't even find the land. That's why they switched the name.
Well, he found. I guess there are people on there, and I guess it's a little historically accurate. But I'm saying, it's great. Christopher Columbus is Jewish. What? I think it's a great thing.
And it's during the Jewish High Holiday Month.
And it's during the Jewish High Holidays Month. You got anything else?
Nah. We want to get this out quick because we're home.
Mm-hmm.
We figured we'd get one out.
Yeah.
But we just recorded a few days ago, so less things to talk about.
Yeah, not many things to talk about. Just a quick one we wanted to post for you guys. And right after this, we're gonna clip farm for my TikTok about my viral audio. The weather outside is Rizzy. If you haven't already heard about it, it's massive, and it's gonna be great to have a little viral clip with Yitz.
It's what's gonna take us to the next level.
It's gonna take us to the next level,
which is what we said. Remember, we prayed to God, and God
exactly, said. And that's probably why people are watching this episode. And I made them wait to the end just for that anticlimactic ending. But appreciate y'all for watching. There's
no Discord questions.
Okay, fine, piece of crap. No, I don't think there are. I think there are like 2, but what does it feel like to be a fan of a football team that sucks this year?
How dare you?
The Bengals actually won. We're 2-4, which is essentially 4-2, which means we're winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Against the Lions, actually.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be glorious. Jew bros, what would you say were the most? And then he said adjective: beautiful, sad, normal, funny days of your lives. Wow, not a loaded question. Probably a few days ago on the Day of Judgment when I farted in the synagogue. That's probably yeah, that's it. That's all the questions.
When the Bengals made the Super Bowl.
When the Bengals win the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to download on Spotify, watch all the other episodes, and I'm going to have to end this right when because I have to click the end button because I can't edit on this crappy
Follow my Twitter.
Guys, please follow his Twitter. Okay, literally, God bless.